Hey, by the way, if you don't know, I have a YouTube channel. Hi. Here, can I ask you to do me just one favor? I don't ask a lot. Right? All right. Maybe you don't want to go on the Twitter or the stock twits, but here's the link. I'm on YouTube right now. Say hi. 109 on the Baba. You son of a motherless freaking prick. Pfizer Frufen. Hello, YouTube. My name's Kenny Glick, and I have lost my mind. You know why? Because it's hard to believe, right? It's hard to believe that every morning for 4 hours a day we sit here and we navigate this market, right? Yeah, you'll get something wrong, you'll get something right, but overall we get most of it right, right? And it's hard to believe. And what's hard for me mostly, right, is that I am in an industry that I don't really, I'm not going to say respect. I respect people's intellect. I respect they went to school to learn this stuff. I respect other people, but I don't need to know. I don't need to know other people's opinions. I legitimately don't care. It's not going to affect the way that I look at the market. I don't need to know that an analyst upgraded the stock because what I do know, and this is from me being jaded and cynical and understanding the market mechanics and knowing for a fact that this has been done, it's probably not the overall aspect of the market, but you have to understand that most of what Wall Street does, most of what the media does, most of what this entire industry does is based in negativity, right? They're trying to either tell you you're stupid, you need them to help you. And again, I'm not going to be hypocritical. I'm saying the same thing, but I'm giving you a skill set that inevitably you can eventually say, Kenny, thank you for this skill set. I'm going to go on my own now. By the way, WW at 172 now. How you doing? How you doing, WW? I don't want to be a hypocrite. That's why that's one of my most pet peeves. I don't like people who talk shit, know-it-alls. Kind of why I hate Trump. Just admit you're wrong about something. But when I say, hey, I'm the greatest, nobody knows more about trading than I do, that's not a lie. There's not many people that know more about trading than I do. And I'm ripping that off from Trump. And again, and he also shows you that if you say something over and 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 over again, people will believe it, even though most of what he says is full of shit, just like most politicians. But let's go back to the industry, right? The industry that we're in, right? Warren Buffett says it greatest. And again, why does my father make more money than I do? Because he knows that the entire industry is built on taking money from impatient people like me and handing it back to the patient people like my father, who knows the market. If I haven't shown you this fantastic chart yet, this is a chart, stock market history from 1928. What do you notice? What do you notice here? Over here. No, over here. Sorry, I had the mirror effect on. You had the crash, and then ever since the crash of 1929, we've been going up pretty much every freaking day, right? Sometimes we go sideways. We have a little crash, a correction, a contagion, China slowdown. There's a million things that's happened over the last 100 years, but look at the chart. We go up, right? We know we go up. So if you stay patient, right? If we stay patient, you make money. And that's why my dad crushes me. I mean, there are years where I've done better than he's done when the market goes down. And again, I'm proud of this one moment here. I made so much money when the market crashed in 2000. I'm still the house that I live in was paid with that money. The money I lived off for a decade was that money. And that's kind of like why I was like semi-retired at a very young age. I never thought I would, I was a millionaire at 27. That's insane. I'm sitting there smoking weed, hanging out in like a parking lot underneath my office. Like, I can't believe I have an $880,000 account right now. Who am I? I'm a loser. and I have $880,000 liquid at like 27 years old. It was nuts. And then I turned that into about 2 mil, and then I gave back $1 million in like 6 weeks because I got stupid, and I just let all my positions run while I was on my bachelor party. I came back, I was down about 440,000. It was on Lucent and whatever. It's been a long, long road. What the hell was my point? My point was there's so much negativity, right? The industry is built on trying to convince you you're wrong, you should be scared, and you should get out because that's how they generate the profits. Just like the brokers. When I was a stockbroker and I came in one morning and everybody's fucking going nuts. Can you get on the phone? The Fed just said something that we need to sell everybody out of their portfolios. I'm like, what? What happened? What happened? And that was the irrational exuberance morning. So the market was freaking out, right? Meanwhile, we're in these dog shit stocks that weren't even moving, but my boss told me to get on the phone and scare the shit out of our clients to dump their portfolios because the Fed said something. And I'm going, but these stocks don't even move. What are we panicking about? We're not in S&Ps right now. By the way, Weight Watchers rocking. Weight Watchers, right? Yeah, that Weight Watchers, WW. So, and there I am, like a freaking mushroom. You know why they call me a mushroom? They kept me in the dark and they fed me shit. I never knew why they were calling me mushroom until like 6 months later. I didn't appreciate that when I figured it out. Well, I didn't even figure it out. Somebody told me. But that was the nature of the business. Fear. And why did we instill that fear into our clients? So we could churn their accounts. So we would get them to dump. So they would sell everything. So then we could generate commissions on the way out. Remember, brokers get paid on the way in and on the way out. Mr. Jones, listen, I don't know what's going on now, but I don't think we gotta maybe liquidate the portfolio and try to wait till the dust settles. And then we sold everybody out of everything. And then 5 days later, what are we doing? We're calling them all back. Hey, listen, here's what we're going to do. We got a couple of ideas that are going to isolate us from this, what the Fed's saying about interest rates and blah, blah, blah. And here's my idea. And then we generate commissions. Fear and manipulation. Fear and manipulation. Generate commissions. And then you take that to the next level. All these guys with their MBAs. And look, I ain't saying I'm smarter than them, but I'm saying that corrupts them. So inevitably, let's say you're the analyst and you got your MBA. You made a couple of good calls. You've been on the CNBC. You've been on the Fox. You've been on the internet. People know your name and you have some influence. That corrupts people. If you knew that you could move a stock, wouldn't you call a friend? Hey, I'm going to put a buy recommendation on the stock in 3 days. It's at 54. I'm going to put an $80 price target on it. What? I don't think it's going to 80. I'm just going to throw that out there. But the real thing is that we're loading up on the stock right now. Yeah, get in right now. Shut up. Stop asking questions. I don't know if it's going to go to 80. It doesn't matter. Don't you know the point? The point is, you know what, asshole? And you call your other friend. Hey, look, I'm going to put a buy recommendation on the XYZ on Thursday. Yeah, it's at 54. I'm going to put an $80 price target on it. Things should pop probably 5 or 6% that day. Buy the $55 calls for the week and buy the stock. Yeah, I'll meet you at Stone Street. Fantastic. And that's what happens. They're not doing it because they're smart. They're not sitting there. And again, it's not everybody. It's not everybody. There are analysts out there that are crunching the numbers and trying to do a good job. But that's 20%. 80% are out there trying to steal your money. And they're manipulating the stock. So the easiest form of manipulation is the upgrade and the downgrade. So when you see a stock like Sava, right, yesterday, right? Let me show you the chart. And this is not me. Listen, I understand. I'm jaded. I'm cynical, and I trust nobody, especially analysts and market makers and people that want to chirp about their opinions. See, my opinion, what sounds like opinion, I'm just basing everything on technical analysis. It's not my opinion, it's reality, it's math. If this stock breaks here, chances are it's going to go there because that's what the computers do. It's not an opinion. I'm just directing you in what patterns usually show up and how to profit them. So okay, so here, take a look at this chart right here. All right. So here you have the upgrade. So Sava, SAVA, the upgrade. Oh my God, it's getting upgraded. Everybody pile in. So then why did it tank, break down, and go to the lows of the day and close at the lows of the day? Because that's the manipulation. The guy that called his friends to buy Sava 3 days ago said, hey, look, I'm going to put and look at the price tag he put on the name. He put $120 price tag on the name. So that's going to be like, oh, what? $120? And then the sheep come in. But jaded, cynical Kenny Glick, who teaches you how the market works in reality, knows that there's a shady analyst out there who's got his friends in that stock 3 days ago, and they're going to ching. They're going to cash out on the sheep's dime. And how do we know that? The wonderful blue line, the validation of your cynicism, the validation of your idea, the validation of everything. Because you can't lie, you can't manipulate the price of the VWAP. It's the computers. By the way, Alibaba got bought on that pullback. You motherfucking fat. So that's what's so special about VWAP. It validates all your good or bad ideas. So if you don't want to believe me in the idea that the market makers and the analysts are in cahoots and they're trying to fuck you, if you don't want to believe that, let VWAP validate me. Let VWAP validate my cynicism. And right here, breaks VWAP, and this is what we call an inverse ass crack. When you see this show up, you got to say, well, I guess this analyst is trying to fuck us. Yes. Now you get it. Short it and use VWAP as your stop and crush the sheep that chase the stock because they think it's going to 120. And again, maybe there's a guy out there that really did some math and he's done his due diligence and he knows about the drug. Remember, these are just stock analysts. They don't know about the drug that Sava has and the efficacy and the FDA approval and trials and phase 2s. They don't know about that. They're not scientists. These guys, they got degrees in math and crunching numbers and income statements and sheets, which is all manipulated too. All the numbers can be manipulated. That's why you can't trust the Chinese stocks, but you can trust price. Like I won't own Alibaba. I won't own Chinese stocks, but damn, they're good now. When they made that turn, right? You want to be in Alibaba now? Come on. You want to be in Alibaba right now? Let's go. Not because of how much money they make, because people are buying the stock. Here. So when said, hey, is it good to get into Alibaba today? Well, I'm going to wait till it pulls back to the level where I think it's going to pull back to. And what level was that? Oh, sorry, you don't have it on this chart. 1 year. There it is. So you see where it kind of held on the 18th. This was the 27th of September. Look at the low print, 105.73. It broke out from there. Where does it come back to? About 105.73. So you see it hold the 105.73, and you say, oh, that's interesting. I just read on the internet that China is crashing and we should avoid these stocks. Great. I'm glad you read that on the internet. So then you focus on, now that it's held support, now you go back to today's chart, and you say, all right, give me a reason. How about VWAP consolidation break? And then my favorite chart pattern, the ass crack. This is what we call a fake out, shake out Ass crack breakout. Faux show bro. VWAP break. Blue line to orange line. And that's how money's made. That's how money's made. So when you come to my room, and again, that's just why I'm so bewildered. Chris, if you're out there, Rafi, I know what your game was. He came to the room just to steal our code. And again, people are going to try to rob you. It's the nature of the business. I get it. But what I don't understand is when you come to our room, and I'm just speaking for myself, I haven't even mentioned yet the hero that is Joe Steele, the hero that is my man, Salagello, the gentleman, the scholar who took what I showed him back in 07 and has run with it and created an entire genre of trading around VWAP. You get that as an added bonus. You get to drink me in, for 4 hours a day. And then he comes skating by. Hey, by the way, I can't get enough of this. Let me help you out. Let me show you what I'm into today. And next thing you know, it's a 7-hour extravaganza of information based on what works, not some bullshit opinion. Not because we went to school for this, right? I went to school for television and radio production and acting. Yeah. What'd that get me? Oh, it got me a role in the that show coming out, by the way. We're going to have a watch party sometime in February 2025. I'll let you know what show it is. I'll let you know what show it is now. I'm in a gangster show. And hopefully I make it. I mean, the scene was pretty big. I don't think they're going to leave me on the cutting room floor. But I'm in the show Gravesend. I have my first acting role. So sometime in February 2025, I think it's coming out. Gravesend, Amazon Prime, watch it. All right. So anyway, back to this conversation. So, and again, I am not going to pretend that it's not my ego talking, because we do an amazing job. And let's forget about me for a second. If you come in and just hear him talk for an hour and a half a day, that's worth the money. The guy's a freaking genius. And we're self-taught. The reason we're good at this is we've gotten our ass kicked. We've experimented with everything. Fibonacci, stochastics, moving averages, 20-day, 30-day, 50-day, 100-day, 200-day. We've experimented with everything. And now 12 years later, all we've been using since 2012 is VWAP. This shit works. And it keeps you focused. And again, my favorite part, it validates. It validates what you may or may not like. And it tells you if you're right or wrong pretty damn quick. For instance, on the Tiger trade, my first loss of the day, my first loss of the week, as a matter of fact. I was waiting for a reason to buy, waiting for a reason to buy. It came back under the VWAP, and right there, I was like, ooh, I get a chance. Let me get it. And immediately it didn't go my way. I should have just dumped it right there. First rule of trading, trade doesn't go your way. You want your stock that you bought to go bid. So you buy something at 861, you want to see 861 bid. You want to have at least somebody willing to pay what you just bought it for. And never went bid my price. I should have just said, this one ain't working out. Under the VWAP, I took a shot. But then I took a loss. I had to sell here. And then I was just about to take the whole loss. And again, this is the secret of trading.
Don't ever sell your entire position at one price. Don't ever sell your entire position at one price. Even when you're losing money.
And now you just said to yourself, but Kenny, what if it keeps going down? Then you lose more money. But in this case, look what happened. I sold, and I put an 851 stop because that was this candle. They got me. And then I said, all right, I'm going to give it to 838 because that was this candle. And it got to 838, 841 area. And look where it went. It went to the 841 and it held. I'm like, yeah. And then it started to roll over. I'm like, no. But it never broke. So the last lot that I had, even though I sold some for a loss here, I sold some for a loss here, I held on. And next thing you know, the chart pattern that I love so much forms the ass crack VWAP break. So I said to the room, hey, just because I lost money on this trade and I still got some left over, now's your better shot to buy it at the same price, 861. Now it's breaking VWAP, and the trade that I was hoping for emerged. And that's why we do this live. Because when you're losing money, isn't it nice to have somebody saying, hey, it's going to be all right? Or, hey, you better get out here. Or more importantly, you'll be able to do it on your own because you're going to have VWAP right there. And then you're going to get Solid's charts, my charts. You're going to have everybody. You're going to have my VWAP, your VWAP, and he calls it your mom's VWAP. Your mom's VWAP is important. Your mom's VWAP, the anti-VWAP, your mom's VWAP. And you think it's funny, but it's everything you need. Everything you need to know about trading. So I'm going to go because I got to do a private session. I'm sorry I'm late now. But here's what gets me going. And I'm glad it gets me going because I need sometimes a little pick me up. When I, now that we're working with my buddy JC, right? And we got, we're trying to automate, is that the word? Yeah, automate what we're trying to do here with the trials and the rooms and the usernames. And we're trying to get a little fancy here, other than me and the Minotaur trying to sift through emails and figure out who the hell you people are and make sure your subscriptions are up to date. We're trying to automate that. But what I don't understand is when I get an email, thanks, Chris, for taking a trial in our room. We're sorry to see you go. Chris, if you're out there, and I'm not trying to be a dick, I'm not condescending. I genuinely want to know, what were you looking for? We're finding winning trades. We're navigating the trades. We're explaining why we're getting in, why we're getting out. We're giving you the charts with the codes. And we're doing it live. We're literally holding your hand. And when things aren't going well, you know they're not going well because we're live. This ain't no bullshit. So if I was the end user, going back to that conversation with me and my dad looking for an advantage, if I was the end user, this is it. This is what you need. This is it. And again, take me out of the equation. Just knowing Solid Jello or Solid or Jello or Joe or Steel, just knowing him and seeing and getting his navigation skills. You're getting 4 hours from me almost every day, at least 3 hours. So what I don't understand is when people come to the chat room, we're banging out these winners. We're navigating the market better than I think anybody on earth. Nobody could do it better. There might be equals to us. Nobody's doing it better than us. We're the best. Nobody knows more about trading than I do, which is legitimately true. Nobody knows more about this than I do. I invented what we're doing. Day trading didn't exist. We invented the phrase. We look me up. Kenny Glick day trading. I was on 2020, 60 minutes, 48 hours. This genre of trading didn't exist before me. And I'm still here, evolving with the market. And I've been looking for an advantage my whole life. We got it. It's VWAP. And it's not VWAP. It's VWAP. WAP. No more discussion. No wop, 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 do wop. Say no do wop. It's VWAP. No wop. This is it. So if you stroll into our chat room and go, I got to check out what these guys are doing, and you spend a couple of days, no, 5 days, no, you get 2 freaking weeks, 10 full days, and you're not impressed because what I did today was impressive enough. What we did yesterday was pretty fucking amazing. You know what we did on Monday? The same kind of shit. You know what we did the day before that? Awesomeness. And now we're in Alibaba, and nobody can tell us what to do. When Alibaba goes to 109.68, what? Why are we in Alibaba right now? I don't know. Let me show you. Boom. 1 minute multi-day VWAP reversal. It hasn't even reversed yet. Look at this beautiful chart. You were looking for a reason to buy Alibaba, but I thought China was crashing. It is. And no, sorry, it did. So what do you do after the crash? You buy. Just like the market. That's why I love being a bear, because it keeps me focused. I want the market to crash. I want corrections because then it provides you the Carvana trades. And guys, if you aren't impressed with my Carvana call, I don't know what more I could do for you. Remember the Kardashian bottom? It was the Dolly Parton Kardashian bottom. I've only seen this chart pattern emerge once in my life, and that was AMD at $3. And then I was like, holy shit, there it is. The elusive Dolly Parton Kardashian bottom break. The Dolly Parton Kardashian bottom multi-year VWAP break. And I said to people, not only is this stock, first of all, there were people that we were working with that were still shorting this thing at $10. There was an analyst that said you could still short this thing at 10 because it's guaranteed to go to zero. And I said, nobody in their right mind would short a stock under $10. What's your end game? $10 with unlimited risk? It's the dumbest idea in the world. Even if it worked, even if it went to zero, what are you going to make? 10 points? What I looked at was an ass crack break through 1750. And I said the stock's easily going to $56. Boom. And then what did you do? You consolidated above that multiple year VWAP. And then when I said, what did I say? When it breaks 56, what's going to do? It's going to go to 60. It's going to go to 90 because that's where it broke down from. And then when it breaks through the 90, you're going to go to the 120 and you're going to find some resistance just like it did around the 120. But when you break through the 120, there's nowhere for it to go but 192. It's just math. This is now the poster child of why shorting doesn't work. You want crashes to provide you Carvanas. You want the market to get hammered. But right now, it's all about Ali freaking Baba and staying in the moment. You want the market to crash. You want corrections because then the charting is easier because all the prices where things broke down from are the prices that they're going to hold and go back to. That's what makes algorithmic trading work. And here we are. So let's go back to that whole conversation. What more could we do? What more could we do than articulate winning trades on a daily basis and make money? And the business model that we have, not only is it not fraudulent, it's the opposite of fraud. This is the way it should be. Wouldn't it be great? Hey, Mr. Jones, hey, yeah, Kenny Glick from I'm Gonna Rob You Incorporated brokerage firm. Yeah. Look, I'm not calling you with any specific ideas. I just want to give you a couple of freebies. Yeah. I want you to buy Alibaba today at 107.50. It's probably going to go to 109. It's my free gift to you. I also want you to buy Tiger, TIGR, at 861. It's probably going to hit 9. I also want you to buy PayPal at $78. It'll probably be 82 in a couple of days. All right, I'll call you back next week. Hey, Mr. Jones, Kenny Glick here. How'd you like those 3 ideas? Yeah, they worked, right? Now we could do business together. That's not how it works. They just try to rob you on the first phone call, right? But that's how we work. That's how we do it. We provide you the money. We provide you the information. We prove our worth. And then, in the goodness of your own heart, you say to yourself, you know what? These guys did exactly what they said they were going to do. I could plop down a couple of grand and hang with them for 6 months, maybe even commit for 4 or 5 years because I'm so damn impressed, like my friend from Australia. And that's the business right there, my friends. I don't want to be a hypocrite and say I'm not part of this system, but we do it the way it should be done. Right? And right now, if you're long Alibaba, new highs, right? Where's it going? I'm going to go 109.43, Mr. Jones. I hope. And if we get 109.43, we're going to 109.68. But what do you do on the way there? You sell a little bit. Yeah, that's right, Holmes. You sell a little bit here. So if it rolls over and starts going back down, at least you've made some money. 109.35. Let's go. You see it's happening right here. This is not me making things up. I'm not on a delay. This is not me talking after the fact. This is a live trade happening right before your very eyes. I thought that you were only faking it. That's why I love that song. So this is it, my friends. This is it. This is it. I don't know. But again, I understand 10% of people just don't like my face. Another 5% people can't stand the sound of my voice. I get it. I get it. I don't even watch my own videos. I can't look at my own face and hear my own voice either. But once you get past those 15%, the 85% of people that come into this room, there isn't much more that anybody in this industry could do for you than me and my pal, Solid Jello, meeting our crew, this guy Pete, my friend Viper, my friend the Minotaur, Tom over here every once in a while shows up. We got a great group of people. We've been cultivating this community, and we're all a bunch of knuckleheads. We don't take any of this too seriously. I mean, it's serious. I seriously got my fucking head caved in by that UVXY trade. But what am I going to do? I'm going to sit here. What am I going to end by? I'm going to end it all because I got crushed. I've been, I haven't been crushed like that ever. Really, that was my worst trade of my life. But I've been crushed before. 2012 to 2013, most of 2014, I gave back a shit ton of money just fighting the wrong fight. I finally pulled my head out of the ass and I just swore to the VWAP after that. That was kind of, I was transitioning, if you will. So right there, I was getting my ass kicked while VWAP was trying to tell me, hey, I'm over here. You might want to listen to me. Fuck that shit. Who uses VWAP? Oh, maybe I should use VWAP. And here we are, 10 years later, 12 years later, and this is all we do. This is all we do. And play pickleball and go fishing. And I hope you guys are having a good time. Come and meet us. It's free. Come and meet us. It's an extravaganza of information. And by the way, I'm sorry we didn't get to 109. Look at that. Look how close we came. We were 5 cents away. Sometimes the algos are off by a nickel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Karen! What did you do, Karen? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They were coming. All right. I'm going to go play some pickleball, do a private session. And if you're out there, yeah, I'm still doing private sessions. I don't do a lot of them. But, if you're willing to commit the time and some cash, I'll sit by your side. And, if you need me to give you a little massage, I did take massage therapy for about 6 months when I wanted to be masseuse. And then I realized I don't want to touch anybody. All right. And I'm pretty good at it too. I give a wonderful foot massage, but it's not going to happen. Let's not even talk about that. It's all about making money. You get your own foot massage. All right. Good seeing you. Hope you guys are stopping by. Come and see what all the excitement's about, because trading has been phenomenal and it seems to only be getting better. This algorithmic shit is the way to go. It really is. All right. Be safe if you're down in Florida. Hopefully you guys got power and you're not underwater. And if anybody's in Georgia, I'll see you at the game. Hopefully I get there. I'm flying to Georgia Friday morning. Oh boy, I really, really hope, because I'm afraid of flying already. Oh man, I hope these storms are blown away by Friday morning. So I'll see you at the UGA game, and next week I'll see you down in JMU. All right, back-to-back weekends. I'm going to see my kids. And isn't it crazy, right? If you've been watching these videos, remember my kids? Little girl right here, little girl here. My boy was on my lap. They're both away in college now. Sick, right? So enjoy your life. Hug your kids. Hug your parents. Hope, just try to enjoy your life. Stay off the internet. Stay off the news. For God's sakes, I'm telling you, you feel a lot better when you don't watch the news. And you know what? As much as I want you to go promote me on Twitter, get off Twitter. It's a cesspool of disgusting hate and vitriol and misinformation, and it's freaking awful. And it could really, really depress you and make you think the wrong things. All right? Stress-free, baby. I'll see you.